let's talk about the basics of call options and put options. So a call option is just the right to buy a security or another asset at a specific price in the future, right? So if you buy a call, you have the right to buy something at a specific price. Now, conversely, if you sell a call option, so if someone's giving you the right, selling you the right to buy something at a specific price, that means they have the obligation to sell you that thing at a specific price. So to give you an example, let's say I'm a renter somewhere, actually at my old place, and let's say I decide to pay my landlord, let's say $10,000. And in exchange for that, I want to lock in the price of her house to have the right to buy her house at $300,000, right? And let's say the expiration on that is 6 months. 5 months later, the area is booming. What I'm going to do is exercise that option, right? Maybe the day before it expires or right on expiration date, and force her to sell me the house at 300,000. Now I have the house at a discount, and I can sell the house at a premium in the market, or maybe I decide to live in that house. So from my perspective, my max gain could be unlimited, right? What if the house, it turns out that the house has oil or gold under it, right? So my max potential gain is going to be unlimited. My max loss would just be the premium that I paid. In this case, the $10,000 for the right to buy her house. From her perspective, she has what's called a covered call, but I'm going to talk about that in another video. But let's just say from just her perspective, let's say she didn't own the house. If she sold me the right to sell the house at a specific price, her max gain is just going to be whatever I paid her, which is the premium. And her max loss theoretically could be infinite. Now, she owns the house, her max loss won't be infinite. But if she didn't own the house and the house went up, unlimited, she would theoretically have to buy that house at a crazy price and sell it to me at 300,000. So I hope that makes sense. And with a put, it's basically backwards. I have the right to sell, right? And conversely, if I have the right to sell something, that means someone has to be obligated to buy it from me at that price, right? So with this example, I'll say my landlord, she pays me $10,000. She pays me $10,000 to obligate me to buy the house from her at 300,000. She has the right to sell me the house at 300,000. Let's say it's also an expiration of 6 months. 6 months later, all of a sudden, God forbid, there's a chemical spill and the house is worthless, or who knows? Let's say the house burns down, right? And forget about insurance, but let's just keep it simple. And now she can obligate me to buy the house from her at $300,000, right? So in that situation, her max gain, well, her max loss is just going to be the premium that she paid to me, which is the $10,000. Her max gain theoretically can be, forget that she owns the house, but let's just say if she doesn't, her max gain could be the cost of the house minus the premium. So the 300,000, because the house burns down, it's worth zero. She would make 300,000 minus 10,000, which is 290,000, right? From my perspective, as the seller of the put option, right, my max gain is just going to be the premium I received, which is $10,000, and my max loss is going to be 290,000, which is going to be, if the house went to zero, I would have to buy it at 300 minus the 10 that I got, right? So another thing that you can see is there's a concept in options that it's a zero-sum game, which means that it's like playing poker 101. Whatever I win as the buyer of the call, the seller will lose. Whatever the seller will lose, I will win, and we will have the same break even, right? We'll do a mathematical example, but I just wanted to illustrate the concept of options in general. Thanks a lot.